Hi guys, and welcome back to Healthy Kitchen 101. Today we will be looking at the Cosori CO130-AO. As you can see, it's advertised as a 12-in-1, so it has 12 functions. And so we're going to put it through 4 of our design tests to see if it actually delivers. Our tests will include toasting 2 batches of 4 slices of bread back to back, baking a 9-inch pizza, roasting a 3-pound whole chicken, and finally air frying 12 ounces of frozen fries. Now, let's get to it. Test number 1. Toast or toasting bread, 7.6 out of 10. The first thing we need to do was to make sure all 8 slices of bread are roughly the same weight. We then place them on the wire rack and slide them into the Cosori on the toast level 2, the best option after trying all the 7 levels. Here's the footage on 300 times speed. The toast is getting some very nice color, and I just love the smell of fresh toast. As you can see, the interior light turns on automatically when there's 1 minute left on the timer. At level 2, which automatically set the timer for 5 minutes 49 seconds, the 4 pieces of toast mostly had a beautiful golden brown color. However, the existence of lighter areas, especially on the bottom side, kept it from being perfect. We consider it worthy of an 8 out of 10 for even surface color. The taste deserved another 8 out of 10 thanks to the toast's crispy surface and soft, moist interior. Our head chef determined the toast would complement pretty much anything, including sandwiches, omelets, eggs benedict, and soup. After the first batch of toast, we immediately placed the second batch in the oven. The toast level 2 automatically reduced the time to 3 minutes and 50 seconds to account for the last batch's residual heat. Here's also the footage on 300 times speed. However, the results seems like the time was too much of a reduction, since the toast came out mostly lacking in color, and it wasn't very crispy either, so we could only give the oven a 6.8 out of 10 for consecutive usability. Test number 2. Baking pizza, 7.6 out of 10. To conduct our pizza test, we first need to preheat the Cosori to an internal temperature of 450 degrees Fahrenheit. It only took around 10 minutes and 30 seconds, whereas the average toaster ovens take approximately 15 minutes or more. We place a 9-inch thick crust meat pizza on tray level 2. The Cosori's ability to maintain a high temperature really shined in this test. With a high power output of 1800 watts and powerful convection system, it only took 3 minutes and 30 seconds to bake the pizza. Compared to many other toaster ovens, this was extremely fast and deserving of a 10 out of 10. However, the short cooking time resulted in uneven heating in the pizza crust and toppings. While the bottom right quarter of the crust was golden brown, the rest didn't have much color. Only that well-cooked part was crispy, while the rest was soft, so we gave the crust a 7 out of 10. The same thing happened to the toppings. The bottom right quarter had a lot of caramelization, to the point that the onions even charred, while the rest was only mildly caramelized. In addition, the cheese wasn't very melted, so we gave the toppings a 7 out of 10 as well. Taste-wise, our chef said it would be better if it weren't for the slight bitterness from the charred onions, so she gave the pizza another 7 out of 10 for taste. Test number 3. Roasting a whole chicken, 8.9 out of 10. For this test, we preheat the Cosori to an internal temperature of 350 degrees F, which only took roughly 7 minutes. Then, inside the oven, we place a baking pan along with the chicken to avoid any dripping before using the lifter to position the rotisserie kit nicely onto the interior socket and bracket. The chicken is tied up and secured onto the rotisserie kit to make sure it doesn't flare around during cooking. You might need some tries to get used to maneuvering the rotisserie kit and lifter in and out of the toaster oven, but it should be no problem. As you can see, the rotisserie rotation is smooth despite the chicken being not 100% symmetrical. The large cooking chamber had more than enough space for a 3-pound chicken to rotate smoothly with the baking pan below to catch drippings. We've conducted our whole roasted chicken test a great many times, and the Cosori wasn't the only one with a high power output and powerful convection system. What set it apart was its rotisserie kit and function. Here's the speed up footage. You can see the chicken quickly and nicely getting that beautiful skin color, and I wish you can smell what's going on here because it's really good. The oven took only 40 minutes to roast the chicken to a beautiful color. That was the fastest time we've had so far, earning it a perfect 10 out of 10. The skin was mostly golden with some appetizing golden brown color at the wings and at the tips. However, it seemed like the skin cooked a bit too quickly and the fat wasn't fully rendered, so the skin wasn't very crispy. Nonetheless, the skin still deserved an 8.5 out of 10. What impressed us most was the near perfect doneness, 9.9 out of 10, in such a short amount of time. The chicken had no pink spots and a consistent internal temperature of 178 degrees F to 181 degrees F. It was basically spot on to the USDA's 165 degrees F to 180 degrees F recommendation. Unfortunately, for some reason, the meat wasn't as juicy as we had expected. Combined with the less than crispy skin, our chef couldn't give the chicken a higher score than 8 out of 10 after tasting it. Test number 4. Baking or air frying fries, 8.1 out of 10. To prepare for our air frying fries test, we need to preheat the Cosori to 400 degrees F, and it takes only 10 minutes. When the temperature is reached, we take the fries out of the freezer and spread them evenly onto the air fryer basket with a baking pan below to catch any debris. We then slide both accessories into the toaster oven. About 10 minutes in, we give the fries a toss to ensure they are evenly heated. It took 17 minutes to bake 12 ounces of frozen fries on tray level 2, quite fast compared to most. After comparing it with other units from our data, we give it an 8.4 out of 10 for cooking time. The fries mostly had a great golden color, with some of the thinner pieces looking the most appetizing. However, some thicker pieces weren't as golden, so we gave the fries an 8 out of 10 for color. The same can be said about the texture of the fries, which earned another 8 out of 10. Most of the fries were crispy on the outside and moist on the inside, but the thinner ones were a bit dry and the thicker ones weren't crispy enough. Overall, though imperfect, the fries were delicious enough to get one final 8 out of 10 taste score from our chef. The Cosori's overall performance deserves an 8 out of 10 in our book. It's actually in the current highest tier among all of our toaster ovens. If you want to check out how we also test the Cosori's design and usability, head over to our article on healthykitchen101.com. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.